loveliest people of the world.
Hello and welcome. Today we are making a sourdough ice cream.
Yes, we're gonna make ice cream out of this, and it's gonna be one of the best ice creams of the world. Can you believe it?
I wasn't sure, but now I am 100% sure it's gonna be the best ice cream.
How did it happen? Why it happened? I went to London last week. The new trend in the richest people of the world that I've understood, a friend of mine, took me to a private club. It was Maison Estelle. On the menu I've seen sourdough ice cream, and we said, really? Will it work? And we ate it and we loved it. And today we're gonna make an even better version of it.
Did you take a photo of it?
No, because in that private club, they give you a sticker to cover this side, as if like this won't work anyways. But we felt weird, so we couldn't take a photo. It was okay. It was a really nice ice cream, but I think we made a better version of it. Everything starts with a sourdough bread. We're gonna
Toast it, but they will be partially burned.
Why a sourdough bread would taste nice in the ice cream? That's the biggest question. Any guess?
The hint.
Umami.
Yes. MSG is monosodium glutamate. The gluten in the bread, with the help of the sourdough, breaks in such a way that it becomes a form of MSG. What was MSG? What was umami? Like the fifth taste, it hires up the other four tastes: sweet, sour, bitter, salty. That four taste becomes incredibly higher, and the sourdough makes that in the ice cream in a poetic way. I'm going to put 400 milliliters of milk. What's really important sometimes, this is from the Siyez, a Turkish wheat, one of the ancient wheats, 12,000 years old wheat. When it's 100% like that, it might be soft in the middle, so drying it is also very important. Do you have to do it this way? You can put it on a toaster and it will work. I put this bread into this milk. 3 of the bread gets into the milk, and this is gonna go for drying. The bread will be soaked in this milk. Bring this to boil, and then turn the heat off and wait for about half an hour.
And we are going to use these for the crumble later.
As this needs half an hour of waiting, we did one beforehand. So this soaks all the milk and it becomes something like this, smelling great. It smells like, you know, a nice biscuit crushed into the milk, and it has that taste. Now, put it into the sieve. Normally, there are already existing recipes on the internet. They put also sugar, sometimes vanillin, and then do the mixture, but we didn't do it that way. Why? If we put sugar, the soaking of the bread is not so great, and secondly, some of the bread will be left out, and it's gonna be with sugar, so we cannot give it to a dog or a bird. But this way, because it's just bread and milk, we can share it with our loved ones.
Fıstık loves sourdough bread, of course, because she's my girl.
At this part of the video, I want to have a small break. I went to London when I used to be a hospital manager. I had 3 great friends there, which took me to incredible restaurants. I was eating Indian food, fusion, Asian food, old British food, sometimes French, in a new, different way. And London was like the center of it. And I used to come back to Istanbul looking at my Turkish ingredients, looking at my Turkish techniques, had incredible ideas. They turned into recipes. Then my friends pushed me to make a book, and the book turned into a bestseller. Then it turned into a TV program, and it started to change my life, and then influenced many other people and changed their way of thinking about Turkish food. So at this point, I wanted to give a thanks to Shalini, Refika, and Mehvesh, which are those 3 great friends and family in a way that made everything possible. Mehvesh was one of them. She took me to Maison Estelle, and Shalini set a great Indian table. Probably you have friends like that. Please write one of them, your friend that is as important to you below, if you like, or even better, if you make this ice cream or a recipe that you like, it could be a hummus, something, go and share with that person, looking in his eyes, her eyes, and eating together. Because sometimes when you dream about something and make the food to the other person, it's as if like saying 100 pages of things in one food. And through food, this passes. So making a food for your loved one is great, and also sharing with your loved ones is even better. So keep that in mind, and please make a dish and share with your loved ones.
We did the most, but some of the parts, they are waiting here for us to scrape.
You can do this with any kind of sourdough bread. The darker it is, the tastier it is. The more charcoal it is, the tastier it is. Those are the basic rules. Anyways, now this is the mixture. The first step is done. Second step is, because it's ice cream, we need some cream. In Turkey, we don't have like different types of cream that much. This is 35% fat. With my photo, here she is. To get the 100%, we open up its ears, we call them. What's happening, Burak?
I can't separate them without explode the yolk.
Bad luck always.
I don't think it's bad luck. I think it's something I'm doing wrong for years.
Always separating the egg between your fingers could work. I didn't use a new clean pan, but I used the pan with the bread and the milk.
And I'm beating the egg yolks with
50 grams, 1/4 of a cup of sugar.
to make them fluffy.
And I am also gonna add to the 400 grams of the cream, 100 grams, which is half a cup of sugar. Turn the heat on, whip it well, and start to heat it up. Then I add the bread and milk mixture that we made through the sieve. Mix this well, and I'm going to add some of this when it's still not so hot to here.
And I'm adding the egg to the mixture.
This has to be slow and I have to continuously whisk it. I have realized so many things in London. I haven't been to London for 7 years and London was my second hometown. People's relationship with food and people's relationship with one another has dramatically changed over COVID. As an ex-psychologist, I have theories about it. Always I give recipes, but would you be interested in a video of relationship of food with the happiness of people, relationship of food with self-realization? If I talk about something that, as an ex-psychologist on this channel, would you be interested? If you're interested, please write Refika I am. If you're not interested, Refika give me recipes. Still write something. I'm going to whisk it until this mixture becomes 80 degrees, which is a little less than boiling, but quite hot. Like now I can still put my finger in. Then it would be too hot to dip a finger.
While Refika doing that, I'm gonna make the crumble. It will be in the ice cream and on the ice cream, and it's gonna be like little crispy pieces. We had 2 more slices. I'm putting them into a food processor, but works by human power. Maybe this way I can earn the ice cream.
The good thing about this is there are small crumbles like this and there are bigger chunks. We like having them both.
Of course, we like that burnt flavor. We're gonna brown the butter a little bit. Then we are gonna add the bread and sugar.
This is almost done. As you can see, like a pudding start to grow. To understand, dip a spoon and put a finger in. And normally I do it at home, but we don't do it here. If this happens, then it's okay. This is ready. Slowly put it on a steel pan and don't lose any of it. If, for example, you don't have time to whisk it, the egg might curdle, then you have to put it through a sieve. You don't have to throw it away because it's really hot right now. It's not gonna grow so much. The first whisking is to cool it a bit, put some air bubbles inside to make a creamy, fluffy ice cream.
Butter start to brown. You can see the little pieces becoming brown. At that point, I'm adding the bread and tablespoon of sugar. Sugar will gonna coat the bread so they won't get soft in the ice cream. Turn it here to lower. Brown it for 8-10 minutes. You will see they're gonna change
10
the
minutes?
colors. 8 to 10.
Okay, all right. I'm going to whisk it. He's going to brown it. We'll meet again. We whipped it so that you can see the air bubbles in. It's quite cool now. This will go into the fridge for about half an hour and then I'm going to take it out and whip it, and in every hour I'm going to continue whipping it. This is the one that we have done this morning. It's about 3.5 hours. Became really thicker. And Burak's.
These are ready. They cooled down a bit.
Can I taste it? You heard the symphony of crunch.
Add like 2 handfuls of it in the ice cream.
We didn't add it in the beginning for it not to go soft because it was watery then, but now it's not. So it's almost done. Put it in a place where it's like going to be like an ice cream box.
I can hold it for you.
Thank you, sir. You're such a gentleman. It's like a cookie dough ice cream, but even better, I have to tell you. There's the saltiness of the bread in the crumble and some sweetness, but not too much. For example, now the cookie dough ice creams are very sweet. This is not that sweet. I'm going to put this like this.
And maybe some more.
Some more. This is the chef's share. The one that I ate in London had some vanilla in it, but it shadows the greatness of the bread's incredible taste. So we didn't put it. The caramelized, kind of like burnt flavor goes away. So we put it in the refrigerator for another 3 hours probably, and it's gonna be done. And we have the one that we did yesterday. Here we are.
As you whisk it, it's gonna
Grow in size.
Yes.
Some water and... Oh, this is muscle work.
I'm not sure if I'm the muscle work, but I will try.
Yes, sir. Bravo. Oh my God, yes.
And
Now, it's time to taste. Whoa. Oh. Believe me, this is one of the best ice creams I've ever eaten.
thank you for eating this in London.
Thank you for together making this and even a better version of it. So,
And you should try it and write us in the comments if you like it, love it, or it's the best ice cream you have ever in your life as well.
you lost me, guys. Bahar was there in London with us, so you can be the judge.
Meanwhile, before I eat this, do not forget to subscribe, make a comment, and like the video.
Lovely, that is like almost a scoop. And this is...
Umami really works. It's very delicious.
Is it better than
And
you have eaten in
It's
London?
really better than the one in London, and I definitely agree with you. This is one of the best ice creams I've ever had in my life. Make it or you'll regret it.